Am I live? Yes, I am. I don't know who's watching right now. Very spontaneous live. How's it going? Getting things set up. What is up, J-Step? What is up? Let's see. My colleagues at SAR responding with the rumors. Yes, they were. Harley Pan. I'm the former liar. What's going on? Whoa. Better turn that off. What's up? Andrea, what is up? What is up? Thank you so much, Andrea, for always posting my stuff, man. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you always sharing my videos. Holy crap, 43 people watching already? That's a lot of people. Maybe I don't need to go on Instagram Live. This setup is so ugly right now. Let me just put this away. What is up? A lot of hype this morning. I literally woke up at like 7:50 and then I saw, oh shoot, the Sony Live is gonna go on in like 10 minutes. So I just like woke up, got out of bed, and just tuned in. Awesome stuff. Thank you, 4/3 Rumor, for coming in and support. Al and Andrea. Awesome. Yeah, I'm just letting more people get in, and we'll get started. We'll explain a little, explain a little bit why this guy right here may not be getting the A9. I think a lot of you guys know me by now. I say I'm not going to get something, but a month later it's going to show up at my door. All right. James, thanks YouTube Alert for that. Yeah. It does not have S-Log, which we're going to get into that in a bit. That's something that I'm quite worried about. Steve, what is going on, Steve? Welcome. What time is it over at where are you at? Marbella, was it? 4K 30 equals no buy. Oh. Oh no. SAR would tweet that I am live. Oh man. Comments are going to be brutal. I'm going to brace myself for that. But thank you so much for the support. This is not, I don't know. Now there's a lot of pressure on me now. This is not like any formal live. This is just, I was just going to like fangirl a little bit about the new A9, but sure, why not? Exciting stuff. Amir, you must be happy today. Well, happy and a little disappointed, but we'll get into that in about maybe 5 more minutes. Holy crap, 53 people watching so early. Well, earlier than usual, because usually me and Danny go on at like 7. So good to know that there's some people watching right now. Let me know where you guys from. What time is it where you're at? It is currently 10:41 a.m. in Los Angeles. I'm pretty basic. I have some Starbucks coffee. I dropped off the 100mm STF and the 85. I had to return my rental today, so I dropped it off and got some Starbucks. Actually, I should take this off. I don't want any sort of branding in my video. Awesome. 65 people watching. Oh my God, 4/3. If you suck now, we'll never link you anymore. Don't say that, man. I'm gonna put on my A game right now, for sure. Wow, I'm getting a lot of comments right now. Holy crap. Never gotten this much comment flowing in before, so it's gonna be hard for me to keep up. Philadelphia, RPA Studios from Philadelphia. Sean Flores, Vancouver, Canada, checking in from LA. Lewis, what's up, Lewis? Mike Jones, 1:41 p.m. Michigan. Bronx, we got someone from Bronx. London, Steve, you're in London right now. Did you catch? Is there a Sony event in London? Let me know. Denmark, Baltimore, Germany. We got Germany in the house. Dang. Austria too. Redwood City, California. Sweden. Enjoy your coffee. I'm filming 6500 and Baddest tonight. What are you filming? Filming 6500. Oh, filming with 6500 and Baddest tonight. Awesome. Got the Baddest lying around here. Sony Shooter, Rancho Cucamonga. What's up, Daniel? How you doing? Hello from Iowa. Netherlands. Wow, Taiwan. I am I am shocked right now to see how many people from all over the world is watching me. This is insane. A lot of attention on me right now, and Sony Alpha Rumor is gonna bring in some people in. No joke though, Andrea. Thank you so much for always sharing my video. I really appreciate it. A large growth of my channel is thanks to you. Thank you for sharing my video. I hope you guys found my tips and my videos helpful, and I hope people there, people who are reading SAR, always find my videos helpful. Omaha. Tobe just got on. Why not getting the A9? We're going to get into that in just a bit. Netherlands, Taiwan. Awesome stuff. 76 people watching. Holy crap. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Drop the like button. Drop the like if you can. Wow, this is intense. Now I wish I was more prepared for this. Sydney, Costa Rica. I'll pick up another 60 Delgado Pixels. I'll pick up another 6,500 and take a trip to Hawaii with 3K saved from this announcement. NYC via nowhere. Russia. What's up? What's up, Bayardo? Hey. Awesome. Now we got a lot of people coming in, so we're gonna get started very soon in just 1 minute. Pretty steep price for, it says Xuan Kai Chen says pretty steep price for A9. You guys think so? Yeah, I got a few Facebook Instagram messages saying that the price is a bit high, not justified, but we'll see. We'll take people's comments in the chat. New Jersey. M Tobe, Jason, want to buy my A6500? Man, I would love to have another A6500, but budget is saying no. Holding out my money, man. Maybe I'll get the A9. I don't know. 4/3 rumor says, I think A9 price is okay. I think so too. Jesus is in the house. God bless, Jason. Thank you so much. All right, 10:45. Let's go ahead and get started. So A9 announcement has just dropped today. We're gonna plug Sony Alpha Rumor in right now. Let's see here. Man, this window is small as heck. Hopefully you guys can see it. I'm going to go ahead and screen share right now. Boom, plugging in SAR right now. That's where I get all my news from, guys. If you guys haven't been checking out Sony Alpha Rumors, they're awesome. They're always on top of their game, sharing great and fantastic news. Let's see here. So I know a lot of people were super hype about the A9. I couldn't believe it happened. It dropped this morning. The announcement dropped this morning, but the camera is coming out May, I believe. May when? Let me see. Does it still show this window? Perfect. B&H photo. Sony A9. I'm learning the camera with you guys right now. Let's see here. A9. Yep. So pre-order starts Friday, April 21st, and it should come out like around a month after. So May 20 something. I'll find the date. Let me know. May 28th. Thank you so much, Andrea. Awesome stuff. May 28th. Who is getting this camera? Let me know in the chat. Who is getting this camera? I was watching the announcement today, and they were, full blown going ham with the sports stuff. They're consistently showing sports stuff. There wasn't any sort of wedding samples or I don't see much wildlife, but this camera would be a good wildlife photography, but heavily on sports, a lot of basketball, a lot of fencing and all that jazz. I see a lot of my friends who are at the event playing with the camera and lots of basketball. Good stuff right here. So yeah, a lot of sports stuff. It's fast. It's great. There's the 4K video right there, but we'll touch up on the 4K. I'm not sure if I should play any of these video, but here it is. Here's the specs. Here's the stuff that they're touting right now. 20 FPS, continuous shooting, 60 FPS, AF/AE calculation, blackout free, which is super dope because you never see a black screen when the camera is taking picture. Silent and vibration free. We don't have to worry about that vibration when the mirror clicked it, because this is a mirrorless camera, by the way. 1/32,000th of a second for shutter speed. Holy crap. 693 AF points and full frame 4K video. I like how that's like the last thing that's on it right now. Let me know, what are you guys super excited about? Leave it in the chat right now. So Sony Alpha rumors are spot on. 2.2 capacity, new battery, so improved battery life. And I caught it on the chat on Monday. I knew that they couldn't be using the same battery, because if they're using the same A7 battery, there shouldn't be any battery life improvement. So they have to drop this new battery right here. So this is going to increase the battery life. Dual media slots. Holy crap. This is Sony answering all the pros out there that they're a pro. They're a pro camera. I know a lot of reviewers like Tony Northrup were saying, hey, this camera has to have, the A7 camera is a bummer because they don't have dual SD card slots. Well, boom. This camera is delivering. You got the joystick now, which I think a lot of people are happy about. I'm totally happy about this, but I'm quite bummed that I don't see anything about the touchscreen. Let's see here. 5-axis stabilization, and they have this Ethernet connectivity or LAN terminal right here for FTP transfer. Great stuff. So this is a lot of things that Sony answered the pro people. This is the boy that's going to come into play to compete against the Canon 1DX. So let's go ahead and jump into the comments really quick. Let me show my face again. Let me show you the former liar right here. Oh, why is my white balance on my, the white balance on my camera is always off. So I'm not using the Elgato capture card anymore. I went back to my webcam, but I'm thinking about picking up the Blackmagic so I can plug into my Sony to do these live stuff. Let me see. There we go. Thank goodness for webcam settings panel. But I hate how I have to change it every time. Awesome. Let's see here. Jumping in. What's up, Dave? Welcome back. Steve Craig, what's up? Good to see you again. I met him at WPPI. Steve, are you going to NAB? We'd love to meet up again. Jesus, the silent shooting at 20 FPS looks like if you're shooting a video. Dave Sincere, geez, I'm still mad that the A6500 is $1,400. No way I'm getting it now. I would like it. A-Wiki says A9R soon? I don't know. I think they're going to release the next iteration of the A7. So it's going to be A7R3 or A7S3. But we'll see. A lot of people are thinking that there might be an A9S and an A9R. I don't know. I think this is probably marketed towards like fast, like sports and stuff. So we'll see. I'm hoping they would do the dual SD card slots in the A7 camera, but I don't know. I think they're trying to keep it small and different from the A9. Andres, this is for people who don't want a huge file of 42 megapixels and want better ISO performance, better AF. That is true. Dave, geez, 32,000 of a shutter speed? Okay, R.John Creations has clarified for me. Only one slot takes the UHS-2. Oh, that's good to know. I think somebody wanted me to review the new Sony SD cards too, but they're gosh darn expensive. Andres, this camera is great for wedding photographers. Yes, this is going to be great for event photography. Actually, we want this camera a lot for concerts as well. So this is going to help me when I shoot concerts and weddings. New battery, nice. Dave Sincere, definitely pro. James McIntosh Jr. says it does have touch. Does it? Can you link me? I want to read it because I didn't find it before. They weren't very clear with the press release that if it was touchscreen or not. Touchscreen has been confirmed. Okay, a lot of people have saying touchscreen has been confirmed. Awesome. Okay, so I'll be at NAB next Monday, so I'm gonna go play with that camera. This is gonna be awesome. Dave Sincere says, can you take selfies with it? You can. I think they're still gonna have that like smile. If you like smile big enough, the camera will automatically take the picture. So I think they'll still have that. But yeah, so there's some people that are commenting right now that there's still no flip screen. So that's, I think this camera is not gonna, I don't think they're gonna put a flip screen on it. I wasn't hopeful on that. Since they're marketing this for people who are mainly behind the camera, like sports photographer, no one's gonna really use this camera to do like content creation. They might, but I think for the most part, this camera is still largely gonna be for like the industry professionals who do a lot of sports, people that are behind the camera, not in front of the camera. So it's not really, it's gonna be a fairly expensive camera for vlogging, so I don't think people are going to use this for vlogging. maybe I might, maybe Kai is gonna like vlog with this camera, but we'll definitely see. Touch focus, yes. Okay, so Andrea from 4/3 Rumor / Sony Alpha Rumor says A9 are in the works. Okay, I'm happy to be wrong. I'm hoping so. I'm happy for new camera announcements and anything that's gonna come our way. 100% confirmed too. Zoom Chris, what's up, Jay? I'm happy to be here. What's going on, Zoom Chris? LJ, oh Jesus, $4,499. I better not tell my wife about this. Awesome. Yes. Anyone? Let me see. I think I asked the question already. Is anyone picking this up? Let me know. Who's pre-ordering on April 21st? This Friday, right? This Friday. Yes, this Friday. Who's pre-ordering this Friday? Andres, maybe after the release of the A9S and the A9R, the A9 have a software upgrade for S-Log, better 4K video. Yes. Let me get into that just really quick. Michael, if you read Brian Smith's blog, I think I did either that or I read Patrick Murphy Racy's. Yeah, Patrick, one of the Sony artisans. I read one of his reviews. Well, I skimmed through it, but yeah, it's definitely heavily marketed towards sports photo, and we'll definitely talk about that. What does blackout free mean? So pretty much when you're taking a photo, when you hit that shutter, there's a quick flash of a black screen. This one, supposedly, you don't have that. You'll be able to keep taking the photo, taking pictures as the action is happening. So they're going to have these indicator, a 4-point indicator, or you can choose what you want that allows the camera to tell you that it's taking the picture. So it's definitely going to be there. Stewart says flip screen is irrelevant to the A9. Awesome. Andres is predicting right now. A9R equals 72 megapixels. Dave Sincere sounds like it's the ultimate camera. Cohen Spanson says, is it 10-bit video? It is not. I'm not seeing anything about that right now. Michael Smith. Mike, what's up, man? I had to sell all my G Master glass and 2 kids. I hear you. My 85 G Master is like probably #1 on my list to sell if I were to pick up this camera, but we'll see. So let me see if I should dig into any more of the stuff about this. Let's see here. Pretty much a lot of stuff in regards to the new technology of this camera. 4D focus, fast AF, unwanted vibration, no noise distraction. Cool. Awesome. So this camera, if you guys were watching in the announcement, it was heavily marketed towards sports photojournalists and all the on people in that profession. So I was actually quite bummed that the video capabilities has not gone that much improvement, or actually I don't even see any improvement at all. Let me just see if I can scroll down to the press release right here. Again, courtesy by Sony Alpha Rumors for posting this stuff. They are lit and on fire with the posting. Screen share. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me know if you can't, but I'll still read it out loud anyways. So movie recording, ISO 100 to 51,200, expandable to ISO 100. Yes, that's not too important to me, but let's see here. Okay, so here's what's getting me worried about this new camera for video. In full frame shooting, the angle of view will be narrower under the following conditions. When file format is set to XAVC S4K and recording settings set to 30p. So does that mean we're gonna get a crop? Does the camera crop in when it's gonna be shooting videos in 4K in full frame mode? We'll definitely see. Here's another thing that's worrying me. It says sound is not recorded. So does that mean this thing does not record sound? A lot of confusions with the video stuff right now. And as you guys know, I'm a hybrid shooter. I use my camera for both stills and video. So I need a camera that can do both. And that primarily why I love my A7R II is because it does great stills, it does great video, the autofocus is great, it has a headphone jack, it has a mic jack, it also has S-Log 2, which is good enough for me. I don't really need S-Log 3. And let me go ahead and pause this. Got the white balance, curse you. There we go. Let me go ahead and I think it was, let's see who. Someone had a better image. I think it was either Brian Smith or Patrick has some photos. Yes, Jesus is asking, does it have a mic and headphone jack? It does have it, so there has to be an audio. Jahi says there should be that should mean no sound in slow-mo. I'm fine with no sound in slow-mo, but even though I don't use the mic that comes in records inboard internally to the camera, I still use it to help me sync my audio stuff. So that's important. Holy cow, 138 people watching. I'm breaking records for my own channel. New personal record on my channel, 138 people watching. Thank you guys so much. Hit that like button for me. Let's see here. I'm trying to find that review by either Brian, I think it was Patrick, that crap. I can't find it. Super fail. Oh, there we go. Cool. Yes, it was Patrick that posted some images of the A7. Go ahead. Let me go ahead and share that right now. Jesus saying my sound is getting lost. How about now? Is it better now, Jesus? All right, so these photos are from Patrick Murphy Racy's blog. Go ahead and check him out. He posts a bit of a exclusive early hands-on review on the new A9, and dang, does it look beautiful. It looks very, very similar to the A7. Here's some more images of the A9. Great sports photo right here. And let's see here. Oh, here's a battery comparison. So yeah, definitely it looks a tad bit larger than the A7 batteries, which makes sense because it's gonna power the camera a little bit longer. Here's the backside of the camera. For the most part, it looks very similar to the A7. Your C3 button is now next to the menu. You have a joystick. You have a joystick right above the FN button. I'm kind of comparing it with my A7 right now. Let's see here. AF on button. So they removed that tick on the A7R. You know, when you can tick down from AF to AEL. That's been replaced. AF on. That's back button focusing right there. Oh, AEL has their own button now. Okay, that's cool. Awesome. Yeah, for the most part, it looks very similar. A beefed up A7. Okay, here we go. So here's the picture of the whatchamacallit, the plugs. So it does take HDMI out, which I am super happy about. That means I would still be able to use this camera with my Atomos Ninja Flame if I choose. And if you guys look very carefully, there's a mic jack and a headphone jack right here. So it seems like it does record sound. If it does not record internally, at least you can still put a mic on top of it. But hopefully, here's the thing that worries me. So going back to Sony Alpha Rumors press release, it says if it's in that specific 4K mode, it would not record sound. So does that mean it won't record sound both internally and externally? So that's something that's getting me a little bit confused right now. And it says here in Patrick's review that 4K video. The good news is, unlike the A7S II, this body, by virtue of having 24 megapixels, will be able to produce 4K clips when in APS-C mode, Super 35 mode. Sadly, there is no picture profile option anywhere in the menus, and this means no S-Log option. I'm not sure why this is present, but I'm hoping that in a future firmware update will bring back these powerful features for shooting high contrast video, or perhaps an A9 Mark II at some point in the future. Every time I have to change my white balance. There we go. So yeah, pretty much like that's the only thing that's kind of like makes me worried that I probably won't pick up the A9 is because, you know, I definitely do a lot of video more than photos. So I'm looking for a camera that can do both. And if it can't do S-Log, or custom picture profiles, then it's gonna be kind of iffy for me. But I can definitely understand why they choose to do that, because they're not marketing this camera towards us. I think the A7 cameras are something that they're really pushing for hybrid shooting. A9 is more for photos, but let me know what you guys think. Let me go ahead and jump into the comments, hoping to be proven wrong. I got these wonderful people who are more resourceful than I am. Let's see here. That's great. I'm glad everyone's joining in. Thank you so much for contributing to the chat. I'm happy to be learning all these new information with you guys. Let's see here. Mac Hall Jr. This camera is way too much. I hope the A7R2 has a price drop. So according to Sony Alpha rumors, a source has been telling them that the A9 camera is not meant to replace the A7 series. So likely we're not going to see a too huge of a price drop unless they announce a new A7, a follow-up A7 to that. But of course, it remains to be seen. How much is the A7R right now? I think it's still at new price, $2,800, right? Yeah, it's $2,900. It has that instant savings on B&H. But you can pick a gray market A7R2 on eBay for $2,200 US dollars. Clouder TV, some of this A9 tech will go into the A7 series. I bet Sony will add more video features in the A7 refresh. Yeah, so I think someone else brought it up that the A9 does not have 4K 60. Everyone was kind of hoping that this camera will compete against the GH5, but the GH5 still wins. It has 10-bit 422. It has 4K 60, so that's pretty big. The A9 does not have that, or at least it's not very clear about it yet. But correct me if I'm wrong. Steve Craig, the silent shutter will give you the advantage over the other photographers shooting on a PGA and the LPGA tour. So yeah, one of the things that they're saying is the silent shutter with this camera, you're not going to get any sort of weird distortion. Like they were showing a picture of this guy playing golf, and as he swings, if you have that silent shutter on the A7 camera, you will see this weird warping with his club. Sorry, I don't play golf, but I think they call that a club. But with the silent shutter on the A9, it's still going to be a straight. It still looks straight. It looks like you freeze the action, which is awesome. Abel, with this announcement, will there be a price drop on the R7 II? No. At least they haven't said that yet. Jesus, the gold A9 logo looks sick. You know what? I didn't even notice that. I was wondering why it looks a little bit yellow when I was cutting the thing out for my Photoshop. But yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on this camera on Monday. Yeah, next Monday when I'll be at NAB. Hopefully they have it. I don't think I can take any photo or video samples, but let's hope I can. James McIntosh, it has a mic input and a headphone jack, so it must have audio. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but for whatever reason, the press release at the very bottom, it says sound not recorded, which is really odd. I mean, it didn't specify that if it's shooting in slow-mo that they'll cut out sound. It just literally said if you're recording in 4K in 30 FPS, you're not going to get sound recorded, which is absolutely weird. All right. Someone is saying the phony A9 will overheat. We'll see. We're gonna get the camera, or some YouTuber's gonna get the camera, and they're gonna test the overheating extensively. I'm sure. I'm looking at you, Max Dirov. What are you looking at, Trung Vu? What are you looking at? I am looking at Sony Alpha Rumors and Patrick Murphy's vlog earlier. Okay. Angel is one. Good for beginners / am pros for under 4.5K. Yeah, let me know. What do you guys think about the price? I know some people weren't really happy about the 4,500 price tag, but I think this camera is meant to compete against the Canon 1DX. And how much is that? That one is $6,000. So $1,500 short. The A9 is $1,500 cheaper. And it looks like it can do a lot better. We'll see. Brian Brandon Gordon, they confirm a 9R and 9S variant later for this year. Yes, Sony Alpha Rumor is telling me that it is in the horizon, but as to when it will be announced, we'll see. Clouder TV, NAB is not even over and they might announce another camera. If not, they might announce another one in June. If nothing by June, I guess I'll stick with the A7R2. Awesome. A9 is touchscreen. Dave, geez. Ethernet port. Yes, sir. Let's see here. 4/3 rumor. I guess is that they didn't want to jeopardize the A7S III. Yep. A9 is photocentric. Yes. Ah, okay. Thank you, Trung. You want to pair it with the FS5 or 7 for video production. A Sony A9 versus 5D Mark IV. Dude, A9 is going to trump 5D Mark IV. You got to understand that the 5D Mark IV, the cameras within that category that's competing against the 5D Mark IV is the A7 series. So the A9 is like a level above that. So the equivalent camera would be the 1DX. Nathan, if GH5 had better autofocus, it would be almost perfect. GH5 is still a great camera. I know there's a lot of fuss about the autofocus not being that great. Let's see here. 12 Wolves just joined in, so I don't know if you discussed this already, but are they going to release the A7 III since ain't nobody got time for $4,500? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Trung Drew is confirming it's the camera going after the 1DX and D5, definitely. Ooh, let's see. Any thoughts on an upgrade with an A7 II with better AF and NAB this month? We'll see. Holy crap. London is closer to Japan, yes, and yet okay, Kung Fu Blob says, London is closer to Japan, and yet we still got to pay more than the US. Ooh. I don't know the exchange rate, but dang. Dave Sincere, 4.5K is pricey, but if I had 5K laying around, I would definitely buy. LJ, Jason, are you going to pre-order it? I don't know, man. The title says former liar, not getting the Sony A9. Watch, you guys know me, man. I say I'm not getting the camera, but all of a sudden I'll get a box from B&H or Amazon and be like, whoops, there's the A9, guys. But no, really, I think Danny's going to get this camera. Danny, are you on right now? That one camera guy, are you on? This is the camera that's answering your prayers right now, because I can't wait for him to take it out on a sports field and just really like let this camera rip. Travis Ellison, I think I'm going to be returning my 5D Mark IV for this. Let's see, Travis Ellison here. The Metabones Mark IV will work with the A9, right? Yes, because it's an A-mount. Sorry, not A-mount. E-mount. Because it's E-mount, yes, the Metabones should work with this camera. And I believe Patrick posted on his blog saying that you can, Canon EF lenses can really take advantage of this fast focusing. So I don't know if it's going to work with the IAF or not, but I mean, since the Canon glass with the Metabones work really well on the A7R and the A6500, no doubt that it should work fairly well with the A9. So 4/3 rumor says we're not sure the A7S II is coming at NAB. I think the next iteration of the A7S. So likely, I think the next camera announcement that we'll probably get is probably June. That's what Sony Alpha Rumors is speculating right now. So we're going to wait on that. Nathan, any thoughts on Sony release of a refresh of the A6500 with a flip-out screen? I hope so. Again, this goes back to what we were talking about on Monday. If you guys missed the live on Monday, me and Danny are saying that since a lot of content creators on YouTube are now using the Sony to vlog, like Casey Neistat, Sarah Dici, Craig Adams, having a flip out screen would definitely help. So I'm hoping the next A7 cameras will have a flip out screen, or at least the next A6000 series will have a flip out screen. Abel Sanchez are there more announcements to come? When? June. So there might be another announcement at NAB this coming Sunday, but for sure another announcement will be happening around May or June. Definitely keep tab, keep reading Sony Alpha rumors, because they always have the best sources, best news, and very fairly accurate. Because dang, the A9 specs were spot on. Great job, guys. M-Tope, how do you get that amount of cash for all the cameras and lenses? I got issues with getting both gears and running in my living. A9 price. So I know a lot of people have been asking me how did I get the money to drop for all these Sony lenses, G Masters, and the bodies. It's because I never heavily invested in other camera systems before. I mean, I shot with the T3i Canon. I've been shooting films and stuff and photos with the T3i for a while. I was planning to transition to the 5D Mark IV. 5D Mark IV before it was even announced for release. But you know, Sony just came out with something right away, a full frame stills camera capable of shooting 4K. So I had to jump on it. Again, I'm looking for a camera that can do both stills and videos, a hybrid solution, and the Sony A7R really came in. That's why I really love this system a lot. So I had the money. That's why I poured it all into the Sony system. So I never invested in this other system before. The Fate Factory, this looks amazing, but I don't think I can go back from 43 megapixels on the A7R II and also no S-Log, purely hybrid shooting. Yeah, it might be a little bit hard for me too, because I really love the stills that come out of my A7R II. Like I shoot concerts with it, and like that 42 megapixels really come in. It looks really extremely nice. I love it a lot. But I can definitely capitalize on the speed that the A9 gives off for shooting, you know, concerts. That's the only thing that I actually really want to use the camera for, just to shoot concerts. Because like the blackout time on the A7R II to shoot concert with, it's but we'll see. Sebastian, the A9 will have 4K 60. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything about it. Quite a bummer. I kind of wish there's more on the video side, but again, this camera is advertised towards sports photographers and photojournalists. Dave Sincere, picture this with the G Master lenses and you can't lose. We still have 100 people, 120 some people watching. Thank you guys so much. I'm glad I'm entertaining enough to maintain a good amount of people still watching. So give me a thumbs up if I'm doing a great job. Probably a stupid question, but the new battery compatible with the old A7 camera or different size? Didn't see any mention about that. So again, I was showing a picture earlier on Patrick's blog, and he kind of took a picture with a comparison between the old A7 battery size and the new A9. So the A9 battery is a tad bit bigger, so it's probably not going to fit into our A7 camera. Heartbeat, next camera announcement, June. What about the A7 III? We'll see. Powder TV, I think Casey Neistat is using GH5. So he is using the GH5 for his run and gun, but I think for his studio setup, he's still using his Sony A7R II. He poured in a lot of, I don't know, okay, he might have gotten his gear for free because a lot of people were making sure I knew he got some of his stuff for free. But that's a massive setup that he built up. He's still using the Sony for the studio shot. Brandon, Jason, do you think they will come out with a Sony A9R, which does high res and high FPS? So Andrea from Sony Alpha Rumors is confirming, 100% confirm, there will be an A9R or A9S. We'll see. Maybe that means the A7 body size will increase to allow new batteries to fit. We'll see. Xche, is this camera good for landscape? I think if you want landscaping and you really value the details, go with the A7R too. Because I'm seeing only this camera being advertised for sports. But again, you know, a lot of these cameras that Sony announces, I know like even other manufacturers with, you know, Canon and Panasonic, like their marketing, they would push heavily towards something, but you can obviously still use the camera for something else. Like I know they were pushing heavily towards sports and stuff, but I think for wedding photographers, they can really benefit from this as well. Any sort of event photographers will really benefit from the A9. Row, Russ. Too expensive. Hope for the good news of a new A7 III. Jonathan, do you think the A9 mount can die now that the A9 series released, assuming AF is more than the DSLR level? You know what? I don't know, because I remember reading an interview from Sony saying that A mount is not dead. I know a lot of A mount users are kind of mad right now. They're just like, what about us? There's no new lenses, no new cameras. Well, actually, the A99 II just came out. I'm an E-mount user, so I know a lot of people have been asking me to do a review on the A99 II, but it's just the A-mount is a separate ecosystem. It's still within the Alpha universe, but you know, I don't want to be adapting A-mount lenses to my E-mount. Adapting lenses is just asking for trouble, so I stick purely to the E-mount, native E-mount class. Alec Pang, will it have rolling shutter? We don't know. For video, we don't know. But it won't be as prominent as the A6500, that's for sure. Any idea if the new grip is compatible with the A7? So this is just my speculation. Just because of the physics, the size of the new A9, I'm guessing the thing will be bigger than the A7. So even if it fits, there probably will be a slight bulge. But again, the battery is big. So I don't know if it'll fit inside the current battery door on the A7. Fourth's rumor says battery has 2.2 larger capacity. I'm hoping they would bring that into the A7 cameras, because I know a lot of people are complaining about the battery life on the A7. But honestly, I haven't had too much issue with the battery life on my A7. I just learned to work with it. Is there a benefit shooting A-mount setup? What is the major difference between that and the E-mount? So any A-mount users in the chat, let us know. What is the huge difference between the A-mount and the E-mount system? Shades, is the A9 completely silent now? No, you have an option to have silent shutter. Because you can enable your shutter noise to give you confirmation that you're taking photos, or you can turn that off. 693 point face detection autofocus. That's what I love to hear. I love face detection. Contrast detection is pretty darn slow. That's why the GH5 has a little trouble with the autofocus. True, good points. The Fate Factory. I do think it'll be great for shooting brides, crucial ceremony moments in a wedding and sports situation. But since I do both, yeah, I think, you know what, if it's true that I'm not getting the A9, wink, wink, I would probably rent the A9 just to shoot. If I ever get like photography gigs, I would probably rent the A9. I just want to give a shout out to Lens Pro. Is it Lens Rental? Yeah, Lens Rental. Lens Rental and Sony Pro Support for lending me the 100 STF and the 85 millimeter. I definitely love Lens Rental. They're really funny with their packaging and all that stuff. So I definitely would want to be renting from them in the future, and I definitely want to rent the A9 from them. They're awesome. I love Lens Rental. Prior to that, I was renting from Borrow Lenses. They're also great as well, but I definitely want to give Lens Rental a try. The Fate Factory. Do you think waiting till June or longer is worth saving for the A7 III series, or just get the second R2 body? I think if you want to get the R2 body, it might be worth getting the gray market one. It's $2,200 just to tie you over until the next camera comes out. But in my opinion, in my situation, if I needed a second body, I'm okay with the A6300 or the 6500. Ahmed, 5D Mark IV versus A99 II. Which one's good for portrait and wedding work? I don't have experience with the A99 II, but I've seen people use both and they're doing a great job with it. So either or works. Both great systems. Snaggle, I'm interested in the video autofocus. Honestly, think this is going to be a really solid hybrid solution. Snaggle, let me know. Why do you think that? Because we were just talking about earlier how it does not have S-Log 3. It's not confirmed. But maybe they're saying the next firmware update, they might put the S-Log back in and the picture profiles. But for the most part, we don't know yet. But I'm guessing the autofocus is going to work really, really well. It's going to be good, if not better than the A7R2 autofocus for video, because it uses face detection, not contrast detection. Four Thirds Rumor says exclusive for you. 100 to 400 G Master lens will be shipping July 31st. So summertime, you guys are going to get it. Thank you so much, Four Thirds Rumor, for sharing that. Four Thirds Rumor and Sony Alpha Rumors, they're buddies. They're buddies. Yeah, I know we didn't talk a lot about the 100 to 400 G Master lens. Again, that's more geared towards sports and wildlife people. For me, I won't be picking up the 100 to 400 G Master. But let me know if you guys will be picking that up. The picture that they were showing off with that lens, ooh, it is sharp. You know, they took a picture of this runner, zoomed right into his eye, and dang, that's insane. Heartbeat A9 specs on the website says max frame rate for 4K is 30 FPS and 1080 for 120 frames. Yeah, quite a bummer. I kind of wish they did put in 4K 60. Man, how long have I been live for? I lost track of time. Oh, good. I said I would be on for 45 minutes, and I'm already like way over that. But thank you guys so much for sticking around. You guys are awesome. Thanks for helping me learn the camera and spreading the news to anybody who's joining in right now. Really appreciate it. LJ, I'm going to buy the A7R2 and the A7S2 instead. It's great for landscape and astrophotography. Then I'll be waiting 6 to 8 months for the A9R and the A9S. Dang, that's just so weird to say. A9R, A9S. Four Thirds Rumor is commenting back. No, it does not fit. So the battery grip will not fit the A7R2. If you're thinking about getting the A9 grip for the A7, probably not. The grip can't fit. So Rick RX says the grip cannot fit because the width is much wider. Makes sense again. Going back to the physical stuff. Alrighty. Cool. I think I'm all A9'd out. So I'll answer any questions. Doesn't have to be A9, but I'm willing to help anybody out who has any questions now. M-Tope, I went for the 6500 MC11 adapter with the Sigma 18 to 35. I wish I didn't because of the size. Can you do a few more videos with the MC11 and the Sigma art lenses on both the A65 and the A7R2? M-Tope, let me know what you want to see. So if it definitely can work out with what I'm shooting, I can definitely put a video out right there. Yeah, the size is pretty darn big when you're using the MC11 adapter. Partially why I went ahead and invest in the APS-C lenses for the 6500. They're tiny and compact. Yeah, most of them are like f4, but I really like the size and the versatility and the portability of those lenses. Jonathan says, if Sony will continue supporting A-mount, I will hope they make the A-mount version of the G Masters. Well, here's the thing. I think the A-mount, they have the equivalent. I mean, they had the 2.8 lenses for the 70-200 and the 24-70 for a really long while now. The Fate Factory says the A-mount was much faster for a time and had way better ergonomics, dual SD card slots, but now the A9 is probably going to destroy A-mount. Not sure till I see A99 versus A9. Andres, why does camera have a connection for the internet or Ethernet? Why someone needs to plug this cable into the body? So what they're saying right here in the press release is for FTP transfer. I guess for faster file transfer. This is going to be really helpful for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. I am Manny. Are you French? You sound French. I am not French. I am from the US, Asian American. I know some people say I have an accent. I don't know where that came from. I guess I have some people say I have a Vietnamese accent, which is weird. I don't have a Vietnamese accent. Let's see. I lost track of the chat. Essentially, okay, so Snaggle essentially have the A6500 for video, but full frame with better in-body image stabilization and less rolling shutter since their silent ergonomic photos don't have much. Hopefully no overheating and 2x cards. I see. Awesome. Shades. Now that the A9 has no mechanical shutter, does that mean there is no shutter lifespan now? That's a great question. I think Patrick mentioned it in his blog that there'll be less. Let's see here. What did he say specifically? Because I don't want to make anything up. He said something about the repair being either not as frequent or, let's see here, probably underneath the blog. Oh, I can't. Oh, so my prediction for lack of repairs. This is from Patrick himself. When using the electronic shutter option, the new body has almost no moving parts. In fact, when set to silent shutter, the only thing that moves in this camera is the shutter release switch. Imagine the impact on the battery life. I predict the new Sony body will be the lowest in repairs on records. There should be simply too little that can break, which will be a welcome change for those folks who are coming from Canon and Nikon, where periodic shutter replacement has been a reality, and as well as other repairs of sports and photojournalists task cameras. So likely you don't need to send this in for repair too often. Steve, I only need one thing, 4K 60. That 4K 60 need is real, man. It is real. I need it because, man, I'm shooting 60 for 1080p or 120, and I'm just seeing my images looking so soft that I need that 4K 60. 4K is just way, way better. John Lee, do you think the image preview will keep up with the continuous shooting? The A7R2 lags a bit. The A7R2, I hate to admit, it lags a lot. You know, when I'm like firing that camera, it's because it's running in 42 megapixels. So I'm hoping that won't be the case. Hopefully it's faster, but until I get to NAB, or maybe even any YouTubers that are out at these events playing with that new camera, they can probably confirm very soon. So definitely watch out for them. I think Kai is there. Kai Wong from Digital Rev. He's not with Digital Rev anymore, but he's there. Hi, Sophie. Any words on weather sealing? So I didn't see it specifically, but this camera has to have weather sealing. They're selling it for 4.5 grand. Holy crap. Let me do a quick Control F. Nothing on Patrick's blog, but yeah, nothing on Patrick's blog about the weather sealing. Let's see here, Sony Alpha rumors. Nothing on weather sealing yet. Can't confirm, but we'll see. We'll see what other people have to say. Gray market equals warranty. Yeah, so gray market is definitely gray area stuff. So if you get a gray market camera, you know, you have to face the consequences. You're getting it at a great price, but if it breaks, it is on you. With that said, I do buy a few gray market items. And I had good experience with it. Your girl's with me says 4,500 for Sony A9. F that. I know a lot of people are kind of turned off about the price, but again, you have to remember this camera is marketed to pros and made to compete with the 1DX. So compared to the 1DX, it is a lot cheaper. All right, so Tarjay says, thoughts on the 100 to 400 versus the 70-200 2.8 with the 2X Tele? You might have to ask that one camera guy. He has experience with the teleconverters. My guess is 100 to 400, it's going to be better than the 70-200 with the teleconverters. And you can also use the teleconverters with the 100 to 400 too. So in case you guys were wondering about that, you can definitely use the two converters that are made for the 70-200 on the new 100 to 400. Nathan, I bet if it was 4K 60, it would overheat. Awesome. Powder TV, A mount would die a slow death. Man, I hope that's not true because I know one friend, Brian. I don't know if you're watching. Brian Raker, he uses an A mount. Awesome. Travis Ellison, thank you for confirming. Yes, they said there will be weather sealing. Tarjay K is there. Jason Lanier's there. I saw Jason. I saw Dan Watson too. Chelsea and Tony Northrup was there. Man, we'll be seeing a lot of videos. Yes, I'm excited. I want to be watching because all the announcement videos, they're great, but I gotta watch it from the hands of the reviewers too. But at the same time, you guys got to keep in mind that these guys, Tony Northrup and all of them, they've only get to play with the camera maybe for like max a week. So you have to wait. I don't know. It's just hard for, I think it's just personally kind of hard for them to really make like some really good judgment with the camera since they only have like a week with the camera. I generally like reviews where, you know, the people who actually own the camera have been shooting it for a while and then release a video on it. So yeah, these people are going to be late with their reviews, but they're a lot more solid. Man, whether do you face any issue with your A7R2 during wedding works? Nothing off the top of my head. If anything, I've learned to work with the issues. Marcus T, Jason, can you do more videos on the FE85 f1.8, maybe without the strobe, since it can be difficult to manage without a strobe without an assistance? I unfortunately returned the 8518, but we are getting it. We are getting the 8518 in the mail. So when that happens, it's kind of sold out right now. I had to ask Sony Pro Support to let me keep it for like an extra week because I had a gig over the weekend. So I was thankful for them that they allowed me to keep the 85 for one more week. Really helped out. But the next video that's going to come out, I don't know if this is going to be helpful for you, Marcus, but the next video that I have released, some of the behind the scenes shot were shot with the 8518. So hopefully that will give you an idea of what it would look like. Awesome. I caught up with the chat. Ooh, this is not happened before. I'm usually like very late catching in, but it seems like I'm doing a good job. All right, the Fake Factory. I use my A99 as a second cam for photography, wedding events. Still great, but only for photos, not videos. So you have both the A mount and E mount Fake Factory. It's a lot of money right there. Kevin Lin, looking for a camera. Would you recommend the A7R2 now that the price is going to drop since the A9 is out? Hey, well, look, listen, we don't know. That Sony doesn't have a press release saying that they would drop the prices on the A7R2 right now. So again, there is a gray market option. If you are okay with the gray market, it's $2,200 on eBay. Cover, can't wait for the A7S III. So yeah, I'm hoping, and I think they will, because Sony has to deliver on this. The A7S III and the A7R3, they gotta have 4K 60. They gotta have 10-bit because they gotta compete with GH5. You know what I mean? So if they have 10-bit 422 and the autofocus is just like off the roof, it's gonna be insane. I don't know if it's gonna be possible for them to do face detection on the A7S II, because if they do, I would probably likely pick up the next iteration of the A7S II. But if they don't, I'm going to stick with the A7R. The A7R series, again, what I really like about it is the fast autofocus. You can shoot 4K in Super 35 mode. Autofocus is fast, and it has S-Log 2, which is good enough for me. I know it's missing a ton of features that the A7S II has, but a lot of the features that the A7S II have, I don't really need. And the A6500 kind of comes in as a substitute for the A7S. Kevin Lin, 8K. I don't think I'll shoot 8K. I think the A9 is going to be what the A6500 is doing right now. It shoots 6K into a 4K composition, so you're going to get a lot of crispy details. I think they have a 4K video on that, and it looks gorgeous. Kevin Lin, didn't Sony register 2 cameras? So we'd still be expecting 1 more. Yes, but Sony Alpha rumor says could be happening in June, that announcement. If they can announce it at NAB, that'd be awesome, but I don't think they want to overshadow the A9. So maybe they'll wait a little bit before they talk about a new camera. I could be wrong. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I always hope I'm wrong. Culver says, I agree. I really want to see face detection on the A7S III. Yep. Fate Factory, yes, Law, a lot of money. I started out with the A99 in 2013, then moved on to the A7R2 when it came out. Now I can keep the A99 when it comes out. Wait, as a second camera. Definitely going to sell my A mount system now, though. Dave Sincere, would you say A6500 is pro-worthy? Again, this goes back to our discussion on Monday night. It's the person that makes the pro. It's the person that's pro, not the camera that makes the pro. So I've seen, I mean, Dave, you've seen the work that Brandon Lee does. Is it Brandon Lee? Is his name Brandon Lee? Oh man, yeah, Brandon Lee. Yeah, he makes great stuff with the A6500. He makes great stuff with the A6300. So yeah. Cover, contrast detection, it's the only deal breaker for me. Yeah, man, I learned it the hard way because I took the A7S2 with me to Japan last December, and it wasn't, man, the focus was just so slow. I mean, I wouldn't have an issue using it, but since I had my girlfriend Vivian shooting the A6500 review for me, it was just very hard for her to nail focus with the camera, you know? So I wish I had brought the A7R2 for that trip because, man, it would have made our life shooting the A6500 a lot easier. John Lee, he's rich. Who's rich? All right, guys, I'm going to stick around for like another 5 minutes. So I'm taking in any questions. And thank you guys so much for coming in, man. If you haven't hit that like button yet, please do so. I'm so happy that we've gotten to the point where 140 people are watching. Holy cow, that is awesome. Let's see here. Fate Factory, agree. It's the artist, not the camera. Get out there and shoot. I need to be taking that advice. After this, I can't go out and shoot because I need to finish up my 100 STF video. I was scrambling to shoot everything that I need yesterday. So hopefully I got enough B-roll for the 100 STF, but we'll see. You guys might find it a little shocking about what I'm about to say about the 100 STF. Bit of an old news, but I definitely want to come on and talk about the A9 because a lot of people are talking about it. So I will have more A9 videos when I go to NAB. They have to have it at NAB. I want to touch it. I want to play with it. Super excited, super stoked. You guys can bet there's going to be a YouTube live on it and another video subsequently for the YouTube channel. A little bit more better shot and better edited instead of the guerrilla style filming. Brandon Lee. Brandon Lee's beast, true inspiration. He is. I actually went back to watch his B&H talk. It's really inspiring. Andres says, I am new in the camera industry, want to make a good 4K video. I am on 1,000 to 1,500 range. What can I get? 6,300 or the 6,500? I would highly recommend a 6,500 for in-body image stabilization. Let's see. I'm pretty sure Sony is going to make better A6000 and A7S. It'll be budget friendly with better AF and junk. I don't know about budget friendly, but they will supply. They will deliver. Let's see. A7R2 or 6500 for the best, fastest autofocus on the 7200 Safari Wildlife. 6500. 6500 would be good. Jordan, do you still have the FE 35mm 1.4? I do, but that's on hold because somebody's going to buy it. Rake RX, can you make a stream where you comment on the work from others on Flickr, Instagram, and etc.? Yeah, if I don't think I'm the best judge to judge people's work. I don't know. I don't think I'm the best judge for that. Because then I'm too nice of a person. I'll just say I'll just say a bunch of good stuff. I won't say anything bad. I'll be like, yeah, this is a great photo, you know, very nice detail capture, and just not say anything bad. So I'm like the worst critique. So don't ask me. I'm too nice. What if A9 mirrorless E-mount? A9 new Sony camera. It's mirrorless. It's E-mount. Is the A7R3 coming out? We'll see. Nothing yet. Jordan, sell it to me. I do have someone on hold, man. I gotta. He's gonna be sending in the money pretty soon. So it would be bad customer service if I just like sold it to someone else. Sorry, Jordan. Let's see. The Fate Factor. Yeah, it's tough being a solo shooter and a solo editor, but one day we'll have a team to edit for us. Who's in California? Who is in LA? Let's shoot together. Help me shoot some videos for my YouTube channel. That will definitely be paid. Pay you to let you use my gear. Definitely though, if you know, I'm trying to do YouTube full time. So if I earn enough money, I definitely want to have a team helping me shoot videos. It wouldn't even be like work. It would just be fun because we just get to play with camera gear. Over the weekend, we had a photo shoot. It was just pure fun. You know, I was shooting a video, but it was just pure fun, just shooting photo, having fun, shooting portraits. You know, I let a friend play with 100 STF. You know, I got to play with his Godox 8200. You know, definitely. If you guys are in Los Angeles or within that area, I'm planning to do some meetups and photo shoots and stuff. So definitely come through. I'll have more details on that in future videos, but I'm running sort of like a little beta test right now. So I have a Facebook group with only a certain people right now. We're trying to get some photo shoot setup going on. So we'll meet up on a weekend and we'll just go shoot. It would just be for pure joy and fun. Might cost a little money though, because we gotta hire models and makeup artists. But for the most part, should be fun and affordable. Awesome. Let's see here. I'll blaze through a few more questions and I'll be out of here in 2 minutes. D Solo Z, do you think the competition will ever catch up to Sony? Man, Sony's on fire. Sony is on fire. I think Canon is playing on the reliability market. So they're like, hey, you know, get our cameras because we're reliable. We've been around for a while. GH5 is like, come to our cameras because we're good. We're really good with the filmmaking stuff. You know, we're really beefing up this camera with the anamorphics, the 4K 60, the 10 bit 422, and that good jazz. But Sony is like leading with their like innovative technology. 120, not 100. I'm not. What am I saying? Low light, and all that good jazz. So 42 megapixels, mirrorless. Sony's got it, man. A7S II or the A9, which is better for video? Since I don't have a lot of confirmation about the A9 in terms of the video capabilities, A7S II right now. It's really good for video. The Fate Factory, call on me anytime you want to shoot in the Bay. For sure, man. Able. So the 6500 has better focusing than the 7R2. Yes, I think slightly better. For sure, the face detection on the A6500 works way better than the A7R2. The Fate Factory, best recommendation for selling gear? I usually try to sell my gear on Craigslist. But if you definitely want security, like you want to make sure you're not going to get duped, sell it on eBay. They're gonna take like a 13% cut of your sale, but at least you know that the lens will be shipped properly. It will be at their door. They're not going to pull any fast ones on you. So yeah, personally, I sell my gear in person on Craigslist, but there's a lot of danger in that. Dave Sincere, at what point do you feel confident about charging money for your work? At some point, you guys got to realize I need to eat. I need money to buy new camera gear. I got to start charging right now. Do a meetup in Denmark and I'm in. Awesome. I would definitely want to travel more though. Brian Nguyen, would you ever switch from Sony? Tough say, man. Tough say. I don't think I'll switch from Sony. I'll probably incorporate other camera ecosystems into my life, like Kai and Locke. You know, they're shooting with multiple different cameras. That's the life that I want to definitely live. But for now, Sony has been really good within my line of work for pro work. Awesome, guys. Rio David Art, $4,500. Yes, it is. It is $4,500. David Johnson, staying with the A7R2 or getting the A9? Staying with the A7R2. Wink, wink. Not getting the A9. Wink, wink. Awesome. The Fate Factory. Nice. I was thinking eBay as my friend has an eBay business. Thanks for the feedback. Stay safe. Stay safe out there in Craigslist. Where are you in LA? I'm about 20 minutes away from the city. Abel, thanks. I did notice the focusing is better on the A6500 over the A7R2, even especially with the adapted lens. Thanks for the confirmation. No problem. iAsperity, was your investment in the 85 G Master 1.4 worth it? Yes. So I really love this lens for portrait work for sure, for video work. Great. Bokeh on this is amazing. But the thing that does get me is the size. And I teased before that I would probably might sell this lens to get the 85-1.8 just because the size and everything with that lens I can really capitalize on. And it's great for video work for sure. But I love my G Master. The bokeh is just amazing. I don't think I want to let this go. Ron Solo, please. Jason, I'm a huge fan of your work. As a filmmaker myself, it's always appreciated to get other people's opinion on the camera, bodies, glass, and accessories. High five for your amazing work. Thank you, Ron. That's amazing. Florian, hey, Jason, what's up? Just tuning in. I hope we get something more than today for NAB. I think all we get is an FS5.2 and a 6K to 5K range. Still waiting for the A7 Yes, sir. Yeah, you know what, Florian, you just brought up a good point. NAB is about video. So maybe a new FS5 or FS7 is going to get announced. Sony Alpha Rumor did say something like that is coming in the horizon. So it makes sense. NAB might have something like that for the video world. It's just, I would prefer to use these cameras for video and photo work. Let's see. Is the A9 what if asked, is the A9 an upgrade from the A7R2 or a brand new line? Full frame? It's a brand new line. It's not meant to replace the A7 series. RegRX, are you going to visit Austria anytime soon? I don't know, man. I need to start small and travel across the US, but hopefully I can travel to other different countries. So awesome. Any plans to visit England? We would love to. I think the next vacation that my girlfriend and I want to take is to go to Hong Kong. I know, that's so Asian of me. Want to go to Hong Kong because last time I was just in Japan, but I want to be in Hong Kong. We've been wanting to visit Hong Kong for a while. We do want to visit Europe. Yeah, there might be a potential gig out for me in France. I don't want to jinx it. Hopefully, we don't know yet. But if it does come through, I will be in France this year. But we'll see. Anybody from France here? Let's see. Toronto for sure. I do want to visit Toronto. My parents are actually going to Toronto this weekend. I won't be going with them because I have to go to NAB next week because they're going at a time frame where literally they're going to come back one day before, but I leave on the same day. So that's going to be hard. So yeah. Philo, why do you decide to do YouTube full time? So I guess that'll be the last question I'll answer today. That'll be a good send off. Or maybe I'll answer one more A9 question if that comes in. But pretty much I decided to do YouTube full time is because I quit my full-time job 2 months ago. And I was thinking maybe I should pursue freelance filmmaking, freelance videography, freelance photography. But I'm thinking I like to do YouTube. That's something that I like, being in front of the camera. I like talking. I think someone mentioned that they like watching me for techtainment. So I definitely want to be an entertainer in terms of tech, Sony especially. So I find more joy in doing that. I'm not making that much right now off of YouTube. Literally, I'm not making enough to sustain a living right now, but I'm working hard. I'm willing to make a lot of sacrifices to keep this going, to do YouTube full time. So I would always appreciate the support from you guys, even if it's just a like or a comment. So yeah. Awesome. What do you think is the perfect all-around lens for the A9? 24-70 G Master? Oh yeah, 24-70. Great lens, bit heavy, but I like it a lot. It's just very helpful for like a professional work for sure. I like bringing the 24-70 around. For leisure, for YouTube videos, I don't want to bring the 24-70 around. All right, guys, I stuck on longer than I said I would. This always happens, but thank you guys so much for tuning into the A9 Live. Got some videos coming out this weekend, and I will be at NAB next Monday. So definitely tune into the live streams when I'll be at NAB, or even just keep an eye out for the video in case my internet connection isn't going to be good. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.